welcome back to White Mountains today. And we're bringing it back to the set because we have Steve Nichipor from Bretton Woods. Steve, good morning to you. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Well, welcome to the set. We've never had the opportunity to meet, so I'm glad to meet you.
It's great to meet you, yeah.
So 3 years ago, you moved up to Bretton Woods.
Yep.
Describe Bretton Woods as a resort.
Well, it's got a lot going on, I guess.
It does.
What brought me there was the kind of the new focus on outdoor adventure. And that was when we opened the Canopy Tour up 3 years ago. And now that's expanded into other guided programs.
Right. Well, I was looking. You have an extensive list here. Now, the Canopy Tour, for those who haven't done it yet, you have a huge climbing background.
Yep.
So that fits right in, but you don't need a climbing background to do it.
Well, that's the beauty of it. It fits for whether you're a total beginner or if you've done all kinds of adventurous things, you're going to love it no matter what.
Now, is this going all year round?
It is.
Wow. So how do you dress for something like that at this time of year?
Bundle right up.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you could wear the down parka if you want, but a couple of warm layers, good shell, and it's great fun. We give you winter gloves to wear.
Okay.
We do it year round. So
and snow pants, that sort of thing, and the harnesses.
Like a day like this, yeah, oh yeah, you wear everything. You feel like you're going on an Everest expedition or something.
That must be gorgeous at this time of year too, especially when the leaves. Well, you guys, you lose your leaves a lot sooner.
A couple weeks ago, we lost them, but it's still beautiful. And then if you get the new snow on the trees, that's beautiful too.
I was just going to say, because it opens the visibility right up.
Absolutely.
And so you can see all those mountains. Because I love that drive from North Conway right in through Crawford Notch, because it really is a treat unto itself.
Oh yeah.
And then you get to Bretton Woods, you have the hotel across the street, you have Bretton Woods on the other side, and you guys really have ramped it up. It really does encompass a lot of activities that families like to do.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So we have canopy tours. You mentioned the guided tours. You have alpine, you have Nordic, as well as downhill Nordic. Have you done that one?
Oh yeah, yeah. Actually, I guided people on that trail probably 15 years ago when I worked for AMC.
Really?
It's such a cool trail. I mean, how often do Nordic skiers ride up a chairlift for one thing? Never mind just get a nice downhill run down the mountain.
And do you need special gear for that? I mean, do they switch to the tele gear, or is it really the true Nordic gear?
Regular Nordic gear is perfect. Absolutely. Really? And it can be anything from, like, if it's really fast and icy, it can be a pretty wild ride down. And if you get new snow, you're going to be working a little bit.
Right. All right.
So
That's good. Okay, so we have the alpine Nordic, we have the downhill Nordic, and you also have snowshoe expeditions.
Absolutely.
And how far do you go out typically?
We'll go wherever works for the people that come. So we might drive a little down the road, or we might do it right from the ski area. Okay. Yesterday I hiked up a mountain that's right across the street. Little Deception, it's called. There's no real trail up there, but it's got a great view at the top, and no one goes there. So that might be one spot we'd go.
Now, is there a lower age? How young is too young for snowshoeing?
I'd say about 6 or 7 they could do it. Yeah, definitely. I mean, my son's 6 and he loves tromping around on those things.
Yeah, they are. Especially with those claws. I mean, they're so light nowadays, and they have them more streamlined. And around here, typically, you don't have that, huge 6-foot fluff. You have a little bit of firmness, so you can stay up on top.
Absolutely.
So it is a little bit easier for the little ones to do.
Yep.
Okay, so I guess the big news that we should probably get to is we have a little bit of a storm heading our way. I don't know if you've noticed or heard, but a huge low pressure system is moving into the area and bringing possibly record-breaking snow for the month of October.
Yeah.
How are you guys gearing up for this?
Well, we just started yesterday with snowmaking. Totally unrelated to the storm, it was cold, so we decided to get going on it, and we'll see if we can get open early. But then the storm comes along, so it just adds to it. It's beautiful.
You're like, it's the perfect storm.
It is the perfect storm.
So does this change your projected opening date?
Not necessarily. I mean, not officially yet. We'll see how things go. But I'm sure yesterday all day, they were making snow at the top of the mountain.
Great.
And I'm sure last night they were making it up and down the whole place. So if that keeps up, if you get 10 inches of snow on top of that, we could definitely be open sooner.
Wonderful. So projected opening date, though, is staying the same as of right now, but the projected sweet skiing date moves up a whole lot closer.
We had people hiking up yesterday already, just to try it out.
Well, just the views up there, I mean, they're just spectacular.
It's gorgeous right now.
It's a wonderful place to ski. And let's talk about some of the terrain that Bretton Woods features, because they've opened up some more expert terrain in the last few years.
Yeah, lots of glades, everything from pretty easy, fairly wide open, not too steep glades are perfect if you've never done it before, to some steeper, a little bit tighter things. And in terms of the guided skiing, we'll take people pretty much anywhere they want to go with that.
That sounds like a lot of fun, because a lot of people, you know, they get to a new mountain that they haven't experienced yet, and you don't know where to go.
Right.
You know, so you have someone that can bring you, be your best friend for the day, and say, this is where all the sweet spots are. These are the, you know, the powder stashes in the trees. And how do they get on one of these tours? Do you have to call ahead, reservations?
Reservations are definitely helpful. There's only a limited amount of space and a limited number of guides. So, you know, if we're doing one thing, we can't necessarily be doing another thing. So
right, absolutely.
It's better to call in advance. And the more kind of difficult the tour is that they want to do, the more they should call in advance, just because we can plan a better trip for them that way.
Okay, that sounds wonderful. And as far as, are there any events coming up on the calendar that you wanted to highlight? Or do you want to, or maybe refer to the website?
Website would be good. I'm not right up on the current events.
Well, you're like the guide man, though.
The event I'm a little bit involved with is we're having a randonnée race again this year. Good. It's been a couple of years since Brentwood's had one of those.
I actually was in that.
I was in the first one that they ever had. I didn't work there. Yeah, cool, nice. And it was fun. It's going to be even more fun. I think we'll have a little bit more difficult course this time. I think the sport has grown quite a bit since then. So hopefully we'll get a lot of people for that. Okay, so the website, folks can always go to the website. It's a wonderful place to go. BrettonWoods.com if you want to just type it in. And the Omni Mount Washington Hotel also has a website that you can access from that domain. So, Steve, thanks so much for joining us. My pleasure, Thanks for having me. And let's get ready for some snow. Oh, we're ready. I can't believe it already. Except for the shovels. To say. I'm not ready to shovel, but ready to ski all the time. Exactly. Well, we don't have to shovel this one yet, right? Hopefully. All right, good. All right, thanks again, Steve. My pleasure. All right, folks, we're going to be back. We have more, including watch and wind, weather, and a whole lot of events.